Guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So I've got a review video for you today on Monocular that I picked up from banggood.com. It's just that Monocular. There's no actual brand name affiliated to this, just Monocular. Anyhow, it's a 8x21, so 8 times zoom, fixed zoom, 21 millimeter objective lens on this thing, and it has 128 meter to 1000 meter viewable. I guess that's for, however far you are away, it, spreads out and gets to be a larger area to view. Anyway, so for $5, free shipping, great little deal. Seems to be a really good little machine too. I'm actually quite impressed with this thing. Comes with a cleaning cloth, comes with a little nylon pouch with a belt loop. And of course you got a lanyard on here, so if you want to wrap it around your wrist and, carry it that way, you can too. Monoculars are really nice because you can just pick it up to one eye, close one eye, and boom, and you're seeing stuff great. You can focus really fast. No complication there, no monkeying around like you would with binoculars. And if you're at something like a sporting event, hiking, camping, even if you're out fishing in the boat or walking around, or you just see something that, hey, you want to pick it up quick and see it, these things are very practical for that purpose. And they do have higher quality ones and more powerful ones too. But I thought I'd try this one out because price point was one thing. I thought, hey, how good can it be for $5? Is this a kid's toy? Or, I'm kind of suspicious because it says with and without glasses, gave a whole bunch of specs. I'm thinking, wow, $5? I gotta check that out. And I gotta say I'm not disappointed at all with this thing. It works very well, works exactly as advertised. The only thing I can nitpick on, and I really can't in another sense, but when you do use it with glasses, you do get a reduced field of view. It's almost 50% less. So if you look through this thing without your glasses, you got a nice big picture there, and but when you're looking at it with your glasses through it, it's about half of that diameter now. And so that's the annoying aspect, but it does work as advertised with and without glasses. It's got a good rubbery compound to it. It's not hard. It's not overly soft, which is good. So it's going to be something that's going to be able to take a lot of wear and tear over time, which is something that you would want and expect out of anything like this. You would want that durability factor that way. The other nice thing I found about it was the focusing eyepiece is actually very stiff to turn, which is good. That means it's going to stay on focus in and out of the pouch really well, and it does. I've tested that. It works really good. As far as the clarity, it does have cheap optics on it. I mean, hey, what do you want for $5? It's gonna, at least it's got some good optics on it for even cheap ones. You do get a really nice, clear, clean picture. Now, using this during the day, awesome. I've used it in many different situations, works great. Now, at nighttime I've used it. I was actually quite impressed it was able to gather enough light from the dark, as they say, and be able to view stars with it. Not that it's going to bring stars very close to you, but the fact that you can actually see them through it was actually pretty cool. I've looked at the moon through this too, and of course, to see how cheap a lens you actually have, you'll get different colors of a ring around the moon. Now this one has the standard blue ring. It's like a bluish ring, and it's just on the outside perimeter of the moon itself. The actual moon itself is not affected by this ring, so the moon still shows up really well, and 8 times closer is kind of bonus. But that bluish ring, it is a cheaper lens, and you would expect that for the price too, that they would have cheaper lenses in this thing. So that's all fine. The other nice thing about this too is it's a great little starter machine if you're thinking about for your kids, as a first time, well, not binocular, but monocular in this case. If they're interested in monoculars, this is the great way to go with a monocular, is something very cheap and inexpensive, but also decent quality to it. Works very well in pretty much any situation, and it does bring things a lot closer. So, it's all around it. It's got some really good points to it, very good performance to it. for the classification that it is in. So now to say anything really bad about it, I can't really say a whole ton bad about it. You know, even with the durability test I did, I squished the two pieces together, the eyepiece and the body, and I just grinded the daylights of this thing just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm trying to make something loose. I didn't want to, you know, rip it apart, so I'm, you know, not going to the end of each end, but I'm just going, you know, this much back and forth, and putting a lot of pressure in there to dig at it, and just to see if it's going to loosen up my focusing piece. And it didn't really loosen it hardly anything at all. So with that kind of brutality, pushing pressure against it, which it normally never gets, that's telling me right there that it's going to have a good lifespan of durability when used properly, you know, and it should last you for years if you treat this thing with respect, you know, as you should treat any of these optic things with respect. It'll last. And if for any reason, you know, you do break it somehow by dropping it on concrete from a, you know, I don't know how much distance it would take to actually do that, but, you know, should it break, it's only $5. Like, who cares? I mean, when you break something like this for, you know, 20 or 30 bucks, you know, the set of Bushmasters, that's a lot more of a, oh man, I feel bad about it thing, you know? $5, I don't feel bad if, you know, I break it. You know, so this is great for kids because, you know, eventually kids are going to break stuff. A lot of kids will. There are some kids that do actually respect their stuff. But it is one of those things that it's functional, works really well, very compact, extremely lightweight. It's not in your way, quick, fast, and easy to use. You know, it's a lot of pluses there, guys. So if you're looking for something, you're okay with, you know, a fixed 8x zoom, and you want something that's light, compact, and portable like this, then this will definitely fit the bill, and it's fairly durable. I see no real bad things about it, you know. So I'd say it's a good little machine for the money, you know. And but if you do want better quality, better performance, and so on, well, then you spend all that extra money on those things. But this is just, you know, it's a great little machine for everything that it does and is capable of doing. And for the fact that this thing's $5 and it puts out a really super clear picture, that's very impressive too. So unfortunately, I can't really give this thing any bad marks, you know. It's got all really good marks, so great bang for the buck and everything. You know, what more can I say? If you have any comments, you know, questions, you know, feel free to ask as always, guys. I'll do the best I can to answer it. And till then, we'll definitely, we'll see you on the next video for sure. Thanks for watching. Guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So I've got a review video for you today on Monocular that I picked up from banggood.com. It's just that Monocular. There's no actual brand name affiliated to this, just Monocular. Anyhow, it's a 8x21, so 8x zoom, fixed zoom, 21mm objective lens on this thing, and it has 128 meter to 1000 meter viewable. I guess that's for, you know, however far you are away, it, you know, spreads out and gets to be a larger area to view. Anyway, so for $5, free shipping, great little deal. Seems to be a really good little machine too. I'm actually quite impressed